Hi everybody, this is Rich the Awning guy from Window Works here. It's Friday 4 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, but here it's 4 o'clock in Livingston. And if you were watching a couple of weeks ago, we were talking a little bit about heavy duty awnings. And as you can see, I am relaxing. Hi Luann, how are you? I am nice and cool underneath this Triumph here in Livingston. This is a project. Hi Christy. This is a project that we installed a few weeks ago. And a little bit about the project. This is, like I said, this is Triumph. I don't know if you can tell, but we've got a whole lot of awning out here. We've got a nice, beautiful application. And this is very typical of the outdoor living environment that Window Works is called out to, I should say, help solve, because this project was not unlike a lot of the other ones where we've got a beautiful outdoor living project, but in mid-afternoon through pretty much the rest of the evening, it becomes completely unusable. So we got the call. We talked about what we can do in the space here, and you're looking at the final product. So a little bit about this project, a little bit about the specs. What's interesting, I'll get to the cool part about this awning in a little bit, but this is a Sombrella fabric, and this is Era Ash. We've got a nice blue theme here, and I know that the ladies tend to laugh at the awning guys here with our whopping one fabric book, so that'll be the extent of my my color conversation. But this is what today's episode is all about. So, obviously, a retractable awning has some limitations. Even though our awnings are the best in the business and our guys are the best at installing them, we can't cover unlimited amounts of space. So with lateral arm retractable awnings, and that's what this product is, you hit the button and it goes away. We'll show you that in a minute. Without lateral arm retractable awnings, you've got a finite amount of space that the system can cover. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy out there. And what happens is occasionally a customer or we will identify the fact that at some point either the fabric is not going to cover the entire deck, or at some point the late evening sun is going to be setting underneath the awning. So what do we do in that case? Well, our partner, KE Outdoor Design, Dura, based out of Chester, New York, our product is all Italian and top-of-the-line stuff. And on certain models, particularly the higher-end models, we have an option that's called a drop valance. And what this product is pretty innovative, actually. I'll show you where it's hiding. But basically, a drop valance is an additional awning installed into the front side of the awning. And I'll show you how that works. So what happens is, obviously, so it's 4 o'clock here, and I'd say in about 2 hours or so, the sun's going to be setting underneath the valance of the awning, and it's going to start to interrupt the living space again. So all we have to do on an awning with a drop valance, assuming your phone is able to make it past 20%, is we hit the button, and now we've got the awning inside of the awning coming down. And depending on the type of fabric we choose, that thing can drop down about 4 or 5 feet deep, and we literally have the entire day's worth of shade. So let's go back underneath, where if you were watching about a month ago, my son Matthew claims that an awning installed by Window Works feels about 40 degrees cooler, so I'd say it's about 50 out here right now. Oh, that's better. Okay, so you can see here that even with this mesh fabric, this drop valance deployed, we can still maintain our view, but we are blocking 90% of the sun. So it's significantly more comfortable under here. It is way cooler under here than it was, and we get a little more privacy than we did with this thing up. So let's see how that works again. Now, this option, the drop valance, can be manually operated or motorized. So this one is obviously connected to my Somfy remote control. And the fabrics come in a lot of different opacities, colors, depending on what your goal is for the space. We've installed drop valances with solid fabrics. We've installed drop valances with interior roller shade fabrics, but generally the main goal is to be able to block the sun, but not the view. And in that case, we'll recommend a fabric that works with your color scheme. But it's nice and simple. There's really not an overwhelming amount of patterns to select from. But the main thing is that, so this option, as you can imagine on an awning that's 20 feet wide, is going to add at least 50 pounds because we use heavy duty products. It's going to add at least 50 pounds to the configuration. But we're not concerned because, like I said, the product that we carry is high end, and this option is really only available on heavier duty systems anyway. So a lot of times people will say to us, I'm facing due east or I'm facing due west. Is there anything you can help me with? Because at some point the sun scoots in underneath the awning. Well, depending on what model it is and what size awning you have, we can retrofit this option to existing Durasol awnings. So if this is an issue for you, give us a call. We'll see what we can do to help you. But if a manual or motorized drop valance is not in the cards for you, we do have different strategies that we can help you with as well. Some of them are more cost effective and simple because we are a full service awning company. One of the things that we can do also is this valance that hangs down is usually about 8 inches. It doesn't have to be 8 inches, and it doesn't have to be permanently attached to the awnings. We can make tearaway valances. So if you're in love with your top cloth here, like the Sombrella Era Ash here, and if you wanted to, we could actually manufacture another stationary valance that'll hang down as low as you want. We can make it connect via Velcro so you can tuck it away and have your privacy or shade whenever you want. So we have a lot of options, and like I said, a retractable awning has its own place and it's got its limitations, and but don't worry, you're in good hands. And if you feel like the retractable awning with a drop valance might be good for you, give us a call at Window Works, and we're happy to walk you through your project. And if you have any questions about awnings, anything in general, I'm happy to help answer anything. I think probably as it starts to cool off, I might start doing some inside episodes, fielding live Q&A, things like that. So if you have some ideas for an episode, or if you have some questions that you might want to ask for future episodes, feel free to give me a buzz. You can email me at awnings@windowworksnj.com. Otherwise, I'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in, and stay cool. Bye-bye.